Excuse me. So don't mind, my lips are very, very, very glossy because, I wear a mask. For some reason, whenever I wear my mask, I started getting these random bumps around my lip. So my best friend was like, try to gloss up your lips a lot. So I put Burt's Bees first, and then I put my fancy gloss because I gotta get around the edges, honey. So if I look like I've been eating, fried chicken, honey, that's it. That's it. But I wanted to do this video for a long time, so I want to do this thing where I kind of do random pet peeves or things that I do not like. And I don't know if people think about stuff like this, but I do. So let's get into the video. I do not like for people who, I'm gonna just say it, I don't like for white people to see me eating chicken. I don't like it. I don't like for them to see me eating watermelon either. But I love both of them. Such a stereotype. It's a bad stereotype. I don't know how we got associated with chicken and watermelon. But those things are delicious and I do enjoy it. I don't drink purple Kool-Aid. And not really my thing. Powerade though, the sugar-free one, it's nice. As if it's cold, my best friend put me on that too. Honey, listen, sweetie, can't help it. I hate when white women say good girl to me. I really hate for people to throw money at me with a passion. I hate people to throw anything at me, but especially money. Don't throw it at me. You don't gotta do that. You could just place it on the counter or wherever you standing. You know what I'm saying, on the table or whatever. But I hate people to throw money at me. I hate when people shame people for not getting married or having kids. That is none of your business. That's their relationship. If somebody is happy and they don't want to get married, you shouldn't be like, why? Why don't you have kids? Stay out of people's relationships and ovaries and uterus and all that good stuff. Okay? Mind your business. Try it. It's fun. I really hate when people say, I'm sorry for your lost instead of I'm sorry for your loss. It's LOSS, meaning sorry for your loss. Someone or something you love died or passed away or anything of that nature. Lost means you cannot find out where you're going, meaning like direction. Okay? I'm dyslexic, and there is no reason why anybody should get those two things confused. Okay? If you are not a child, you don't have any kind of mental disability, I'm not talking to you at all. But if you are outside of the realms, you went to high school or you went to school in general, and you have some understanding of those words and you choose to use those, mix those up, cut it out. I hate when people say, oh, I lost weight the natural way. I didn't have weight loss surgery. You took the easy way out. I hear this a lot, and the only reason that I don't go off every single time, because number one, I just don't have the fucking energy, and number two, it's not true. Weight loss surgery is basically, like they say, it's a tool to assist. It's not going to make anything easier or, more accessible. And a lot of people like myself got sick. There's a lot more, unfortunately, black women also who got sick off of the surgery, who lost hair, who look like they have been doing chemo for years because they just look so like drained and exhausted and depleted. And it's not a shot at chemo patients. I'm not taking that at all. I'm just saying there were some people thought they had chemo because of what was going on. So, sorry, my cat, it's almost time for them to eat breakfast. But I just want people to be aware that when they say things like, oh, well, you took the easy way out, blah, 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 especially for people like myself who had experienced so much of the negative side of surgery, I just want you guys to be aware that Nothing was easy. It's still not easy. And I have to take medication for nausea every single day. I don't ever think I'll be off of it because when I don't take it, I get extremely nauseous. And unfortunately, that is one of the side effects. But yeah, that's another one that grinds my gears. So I hate when white people code switch with me, or people who are not black. You don't have to do that, sweetheart. Like, it's plenty of times where I'm in the store working, and I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. It was this lady, and her daughter was mixed. Her daughter was black and white, and I saw her come in with her dad, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're black, white, whatever. You're shopping. Go grocery shop. So I'm standing there, and the mom comes over at my lane, and the daughter was at the next lane over. So the mom was talking regular to me, very polite, very with adequate, okay? And then so I'm like, yeah, da da da. So she's like, are you from Pleasanton? And I'm like, nah, I'm from East Oakland. And she's like, oh, I'm from East Oakland too. And all of a sudden, this very different tone came out, and she was just like, oh yes, girl, and do da da da, ba ba ba. She started talking with her hands. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm like, okay. And then another lady came in, and she didn't look black, but once again, I tell you, I don't ask your ethnicity when you come grocery shopping. That's none of my business. So she's like, oh yeah, da da da. And so another coworker came over to say hi to her, and I was like, oh, okay, so you're part of the family. And I meant the store, like I meant the store family, you know what I'm saying, like the grocery store. She thought I meant the black family. She was like, oh yeah, because my grandfather is black and I don't look like it, but da da da. And she starts to go down her whole lineage and shit. I'm like, sweetie, I don't care. Okay? And I don't want to be rude, like, that sounds great. What are you telling me for? Do you go around telling everybody that you're mixed and blah 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 blah? So you don't have to do that if you're not black. I don't need a ancestor DNA test from you. I really don't care, especially in the grocery store. If you're any kind of mixed or black, I don't care. All black people don't care if you have black in you. Like, some people, it matters, but I'm personally not one of those people. You don't need to tell me your whole DNA ancestry story, okay? Keep that shit to yourself. I'm not sure how many more of these pet peeves I have, but they've kind of just been coming in randomly. This one is for all my heterosexual toxic people here. If you see somebody who is trans, i.e. a trans man, a trans woman, it is not your responsibility, especially straight women. They do this a lot, especially straight black women. I see this a lot, and if you deny it and you've done it, I will call you out. So they'll get on their Facebook or Instagram or what have you and be like, oh, this is why y'all need to make sure y'all looking at baby pictures. They'll have a picture of the trans woman, and then they'll have that saying next to it, oh, this is why y'all need baby pictures, because da 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 da. Now, how is it your responsibility to number one, try to shame a trans woman for transitioning? Number two, how is it your responsibility to call her out and be like, oh, this is why you need to put your baby picture up, because da 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 da. So if somebody transitions, that means they are now whatever they identify as, i.e. I'm gonna just use a trans woman for this example. If she said she is a woman, she's a woman. Do you understand? That's not your place to be like, oh, you need baby pictures. Da, 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 da. That's very toxic, and it's very homophobic of you. It's very sad that women feel the need to be like, oh, she ain't no real woman, da da da. Oh, and then I see this one a lot. So one time somebody asked somebody, were they a trans woman? Now, I don't think they meant any harm because of the way they asked it. They wasn't like, oh, you look like a trans woman, da da da, which is rude anyway. But they were just like, I'm just wondering, are you a trans woman? Or were you born female? Now, this person took that and ran all the way the fuck left. They were like, I ain't no fucking trans woman. They could never sit like this. I'm all real woman. I look like this. I look good. They could never da 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 da. And I'm like, why are you so mad? I wouldn't be mad if somebody was like, are you a trans woman? Were you born female? If they were genuinely asking out of curiosity and I really don't care. Like, I'd be like, no, I'm not a trans woman, but shout out to all my trans women, you know what I'm saying? Why is that such an insult? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really be in y'all fucking feelings about it. It's a rainbow. Oh my gosh. It was raining earlier, so of course a rainbow. I love this so much because I was just really in my feelings this morning about my Grammy. Yeah, I know it's been rough for you, girl, but I'm getting a little bit better, so I love that. That's so cute. On the way to the plantation. Hallelujah.